Love.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is the Week in Geek with David D. Squared, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Broadcasting from the Gregory Ricks & Associates Wealth Management Studios, here's D. Squared.
Greetings, people of Earth! This is the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
Scungy
and
Dean
and LSU, baby! Go Tigers!
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Hold that Tiger!
Hold that
National champions, baby! 8 times now! 8 times!
See what happened to Coastal sat there and they said they don't think about us a whole lot.
No,
well,
they probably should have.
They should have.
After we broke their 26-game winning streak and then got their coach kicked out in the first inning. First baseman coach kicked out in the first inning. Oh, God, what a wonderful day. And then there were fireworks in Metairie because that's how we roll.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. So, all right, let me lay out the show for you tonight. We got one guest tonight, Kenny Crossley. He's a New Orleanian, and he has been on Storage Wars on A&E for a few years now. And it's funny because he kind of got famous with this one.
What the
Is this?
Watch your profanity.
Right, I'm sorry. Watch your profanity.
Watch your profanity.
Profanity. And he is a New Orleanian. We may or may not have accents down south. I don't know. I've never been aware of one.
No.
But so it's funny. Most of the conversation is just me and him just kind of just talking like New Orleans, like we're freaking drinking a beer on a stoop in the Maroney somewhere.
Nice.
And just talking about the Ninth Ward and where he went to high school, because we have to do that.
Well, that's what everywhere else in the country. It's like, hey, where'd you go to college? In New Orleans,
where'd you go to school?
Where'd you go to school? Then we talking high school?
Yeah, high school, because we don't go to college around here. We don't need no book learning.
No.
We ain't no smart folks around here.
Ah.
We don't need your book learning. And to hell. So,
but you go to college.
But yeah, you go to college. Kenny Crossley will be our guest, but we've also got a bunch of top nerd news, and we're going to do Whatcha Doin, because Dean and I just got back from an excursion up to St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, we saw the arches way off in the distance, because we're not that dumb tourists. But first, let's do this. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by the Viridian Tea Company. Find them on Etsy. And now, your top nerd news stories. What?
When you say you saw the arches, you meant you stopped at McDonald's, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The arch, the St. Louis arch, we saw it way in the distance because we went to a bunch of gaming shops. I'm getting ahead of myself. Stop it. Stop it. But first, I do want to let people know that we are streaming live right now on the Facebook page, on the Twitch page, and the YouTube page.
Wait, you're telling me there are 3 ways that people can be disappointed by looking at us?
3 ways you can get involved and see our ugly mugs, and that's Twitch at Twig_radio, and then, of course, the Week in Geek radio show on ye old Facebook page, and at Twig Radio on YouTube. You got to put the little ampersand at Twig Radio on YouTube, where we're streaming live right now. So we finally got all that done. We're doing the restream stuff. So we got 3 things going live right now, as well as being on the radio. Now, because we're on the radio, we're FCC regulated.
Yes.
And for the past year or so, I've been really, really wanting to play the Toxic Avenger trailer with Elijah Wood and Peter Dinklage. And it's a Traumaville movie.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Right.
Red Band, they've red banded the Red Band trailer.
Yeah, it's a red band on top of a red band on top of a red band, double secret purple probation. But they have now given us a censored masterpiece. So if you want to watch along at home, the Toxic Avenger trailer.
Armed political extremists have taken hostages downtown.
Miss Meat.
Somebody do something!
Wait! Stop! We'll get to all of that. Just relax.
Just relax.
Okay?
I drink and I know
We
things.
lost Shelley a year ago. These days, it's just me and the kid.
Looks great.
I'll just scrape off the black part.
That's me and Dean with breakfast. I'm like, hey, your toast is burnt. He's now likes just his food burnt.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. I know.
That's pretty good.
That's very good. Nice of you.
No, give him back.
I don't want to hurt him.
Oh, the baby cat. Oh my God, they threw a cat. That is
Why didn't she do
Traumaville.
anything?
Sometimes it's better to do nothing.
Exactly.
It's going good.
I love the pink tutu. They brought the pink tutu back.
Corporation
Kevin Bacon.
Bacon.
would knowingly poison its own customers just to boost their own profit margins.
No one would do that. Not in America.
The nuts.
Okay, summoning the nuts.
Okay, summoning the nuts. All right, Elijah Wood, bruh. Oh my God,
Elijah. He looks like the deformed penguin.
Hey, wait, that he looks like your boy from Rocky Horror.
Oh, Riff Raff. If Riff Raff and the penguin had a baby.
Oh God! My eyes! My eyes!
They can see the trailer.
Toxie is back.
You're not a monster. Show him your good heart.
Hey, buddy, I'm your dad.
What the?
Hey, censored.
I wasn't even involved. But sometimes you gotta do something.
Wait, what was the name of the church in the background?
You gotta do
Oh,
something.
wait. It said additional mercy. What did it say?
What does it say?
Additional Holy Redeemer Church. Additional Holy Redeemer Church.
So it's extra holy.
It's extra super duper
See,
holy.
that's like it's like a super sauce.
Ah.
Oh, censored.
Oh yeah.
Who the
Are you?
Censored.
Just some dude with a
Yeah, the kid. Oh yeah. Censored. Censored. Censored.
How does it feel to be a hero?
Do you realize what's at stake here?
everything.
Find him, bring him here.
There you are. This looks so awesome.
That was just self-defense. You haven't killed anyone else, have you?
See, when you say self-defense,
Self-defense air quotes. Oh God. This looks so ugly.
The Toxic Avenger.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
I think it's swell. Only in theaters, August 29th.
Oh my lord.
Dude, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It looks so ridiculously cheesy. Toxie looks so dumb and awesome at the same time. It's not supposed to look super awesome, Dean. That's
So yeah,
you know. So's you know.
So if anybody listening or like watching that and whatnot, I've got to like you. And if you don't know what Troma is a studio that was made by I can't remember the studios. He's still around, but they made Toxic Avenger, Sergeant Kaboot, Surf Nazis Must Die, Class of Nukem High. They're all
Class of Nukem High,
these
yeah.
cheap exploitation, like lots of violence and lots of
cursing,
lots
violence,
of cursing, nudity, and all this
yeah.
kind of stuff. And it's just so bad, but
yes.
they know that it's bad.
Right.
And it's so much fun to watch. This is the best looking Troma film of all time.
Yeah, right. It's actually been edited and filmed with decent cameras.
Yes.
And it's not like done in somebody's backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, so this looks beyond awesome. All right, moving on in top nerd news. So we got some new news about Spider-Man, Brand New Day.
Spider-Man.
So that there've been a lot of things that have come out. There were rumors about who might be what. Now Sadie Sink from Stranger Things. Now she is supposed to be playing an unknown person, but being a redhead. I mean, but you've already got a MJ in this universe. But now that we're in this new universe where nobody knows him, I wonder if this is like, if they're going to start melding other universes and stuff. I don't really know.
The multiverse is still in play.
It is still in play.
So,
I mean,
she could be that. She could also be Black Cat, even though that's the
she
hair
had
color.
white hair. Yeah, she had white hair.
It's called a wig.
A silver sable.
You know, Silver Sable.
I
I
don't know. But there were rumors that they were going to have Silver Samurai in there. I'm like, okay, I'm down
that's
with
pretty cool.
because they did my boy wrong in freaking Wolverine, whichever Wolverine Origins or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, X-Men Origins.
Yeah, that was awful.
That was terrible.
But the official one now, because this came from Deadline, is that John Barenthal's Punisher will actually be in Spider-Man's Brand New Day. And for people who do not know, the Punisher's first appearance was in Spider-Man comics. He was trying to kill Spider-Man. He was hired to assassinate Spider-Man.
Yep.
Like we saw it like BSI. I remember going, here it is, because comics have done a pretty cool thing as of late. A lot of really big milestone comics they've reprinted and basically charging like $1 for it. Like here's a break. Like they have that cover of the Punisher's first appearance, and it's like $1 or $2. And because it's a brand new printing, but you can at least go back and read it, and then own it and be like, oh yeah, I got it. So it's kind of cool, That way you can take those comic books and like put them in your spokes and do whatever you did with comic books back when you were a dumbass child.
You don't
and
even
ruined
want
your comic books like I did.
You don't even want to open those comic books now if you have the original ones because you don't want to
look at them. Yeah, you put them in plastic and you're like, okay, nobody touch these.
Man, if
nobody go in my room.
If we would have known. Baseball cards and comic books and toys.
Who knew? Not us, that's for sure. All right, Netflix. This is awesome, dude. And I just saw this today. They're developing a new movie based on the 80s video game Dragon's Lair.
This is so cool news. It was originally the animating was done by Don Bluth, who did All Dogs Go to Heaven, Secret of Nim. Oh, Mrs. Beasley, you got a sparkly.
Oh, yeah.
He did that. He was like Disney's big rival in the 80s. This game was so cool that it had actually 2 monitors. You had the monitor that the person was playing, and then they put another monitor on top of it so the people in the arcade could watch. And when you say game, it's used in the loosest sense of the word. All it was you died. Basically, that's all you did. You died.
Dean, have you ever seen Dragon's Lair? Do you know what we're talking about? So now this video game, though, it was kind of like on Laserdisc, and so it was kind of like a movie. And what would happen is you had a joystick and a button, and you would either have to move it left, right, up, or down because you would just see something flash, and whenever you saw it flash, you had to like push the joystick a certain way or hit a button. I can't remember.
That is the easy mode.
Oh, really?
But if you saw it flash, that means that the person who had the machine turned it to easy.
Oh, thank
Most
God.
machines, it didn't have that. You had to just think, am I supposed to jump at this point? Am I supposed to move left at this point? And that was it.
And here's the thing: video games because it came out in 86, 87.
It was the early. It was like the mid to early 80s.
And so, most games cost $0.25. Well, this used to cost 50 cents upwards to $1. That was a hell of a lot of money for us. But so like I never finished the game all the way through. I ended up having to watch it on YouTube like 30 years later.
Yeah.
But this was the only time, one of the few times that like Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza would advertise in the newspaper. They're like, we have 2 Dragon's Lair games for people to play. Like it's in the, like they put coupons in there. Cut out this coupon for 10 extra Chuck E. Cheese tokens when you come in. Bring this ad. And but they were advertising for this game. That's how big this game was. And talking about the nostalgia factor, I'm cool with them remaking this or just making a movie out of it because honestly, it was just an IP that we remember fondly, but we could never get really invested in it because it cost us too much money. I would have to mow too many lawns to get emotionally invested.
And you'd have to memorize everything.
My God,
And there was a sequel called Dragon's Lair 2 called Time Warp.
Yeah,
there was also a short-lived animated series, Saturday morning
cartoons.
So they've had stuff for it. And if you want to play the original, which I highly suggest, you can either go on YouTube and watch it, or you can actually download that on all your major platforms right now and play them all the way through. The trilogy, which is Dragon's Lair 2, Time Warp, and then the space one called Space Ace.
Oh, I remember Space Ace. Okay. All right, moving on before we take our first break. We got some box office news.
Ooh.
Freaking holy crap, dude. 28 years later is really kind of just crushing it right now. They've got like $30 million. Now, Elio, the new Pixar movie,
film.
It's not doing so hot. They only made like $21 million. Now,
I only saw like one preview for that anyway.
Thank you. Whatever happened something must have happened behind the scenes because they did not promote this movie at all. Like they did a Happy Meal crossover at McDonald's, but that was it. Like you never, like I have no idea what the hell Elio is even about. It's supposed to be about aliens or something.
Yeah, it's an alien or something like that, this kid befriends an alien, and the father of the alien is like, oh, good, now you can destroy humanity. Something like he wants to like they want to invade Earth or something like that. That's all I know. But I saw one preview of it, and then I totally forgotten about it because I saw it months ago.
Yeah, right. And so, but How to Train Your Dragon is just destroying everybody.
I've heard that it's got great reviews. I haven't seen it yet.
So here's the thing, and I've read a few articles about it because I haven't gotten a chance because we were out of town, and but How to Train Your Dragon basically really is exactly like the cartoon. The cast might look different, but they all sound similar. All the touchstones are there. All the I guess the love affair and just I can't hurt dragons. All the heartbeats of the original movie are there. The one thing that I read from like at least 5 different reviewers was just a question like why? It didn't change or add anything, which I guess in the long run is good because it's just like don't mess with something that's good. It's just that I guess there was nothing new about it. It was still a good movie because the original was a good movie, and it's not that old, So
it was directed by the same dude.
The same guy directed it, correct? And so there's nothing new that you're going to take away from it. There's nothing new that you're going to see in this movie. There might be some different things that they added or drug out because they couldn't do some of the things that the cartoon did, but for the most part, it's basically the same movie.
Great question. Why?
Because they wanted the money.
Exactly.
And they are making ass tons of cash.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hand over fist. I think like this weekend,
Hashtag not my dragon.
$160 million just in week 2.
Good Lord.
So I think they're about to hit like $600 million or something like that. Where they're about to beat out Sinners and the other, what was the other number 1 movie that we had? But they're just crushing it. So good for them.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot better than some other things.
Yeah.
Oh, Snow White's streaming on Disney right now. Did you know?
Yeah. You know what? Sinners is going to start streaming like next week on Max, so I'm finally going to watch it.
Oh,
because I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah. All right. So when we come back. Oh no! What did I just do?
You pressed the wrong button?
I did.
He's great at his job,
super
folks.
Awesome at that. Jesus, are you gonna play? Oh my God, have mercy! All right, so when we come back, Scungy, you got a pick of the week, kind of, sort of, or not really, but you do. And then we're gonna go and do what you doing?
What you doing?
What you doing, Dean? What you doing? See, like, I wasn't ready for this question.
I wasn't.
And that's why he's paid the big bucks.
He's not the best color man in the business for nothing, Martin.
Right, Bob Uecker. All right, coming up next, all that and more right here on The Week in Geek, where we're streaming live on Twitch at Twig_Radio, The Week in Geek Radio Show on Facebook, and at Twig Radio on YouTube. This is The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
This is a ferocious hurricane.
Better prepare. It is important that we are prepared.
Generators ready.
Batteries.
Candles.
All our prescriptions are filled.
Plenty of water.
Flashlights.
As you prepare for hurricane season,
We got food.
Radio.
take this moment to download our free iHeartRadio app for all your devices.
Now's the time to do it.
Because if the power goes out,
keep that line of communication open.
it's your direct link to information.
We must be ready.
Operation Stormwatch from News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Hey, Louisiana sports fans, heads up. Right now, lawmakers in Baton Rouge are running a trick play. They're trying to push through a tax hike that hits sports fans and local businesses. That's right, they want to make sports betting more expensive for you and your fellow sports fans. So time out. Tell your representatives no to a tax hike on Louisiana sports fans. Visit betonla.org. Paid for by the Sports Betting Alliance.
Gumbo Nation, you did it again.
Thank you. 10 plus years on air, Mortgage Gumbo Dadcam has grown because of your trust in me as your local preferred lender with all your home loan needs. My recent recognition as a national top lender is awesome, but being your local lender is what matters to me and why I'm so thankful. I promise to continue to earn your trust in making your needs my priority. Visit MortgageGumbo.com.
Hey, Louisiana, how are you stopping litter?
In Terrebonne Parish, we put our trash in a bag and never out the car window.
In Bienville, we bag it, tie it, and put a lid on it.
We keep litter out of our lakes in Lafayette.
And in Calcasieu Parish, we keep our roads clean by clearing out our truck beds and securing our loads.
We need every person in every parish to stop littering and keep Louisiana beautiful. For more litter prevention tips, visit letlouisianashine.org.
Sponsored by the Louisiana Lieutenant Governor's Office and Keep Louisiana Beautiful.
If you've been listening to Winning at Life for a while now, you probably already know that estate planning is more than just a will. You may need a trust. You definitely need both of your powers of attorney. So what's your plan? Hi, I'm Wes Blanchard, an estate planning attorney, offices in Metairie. Listen, don't leave your loved ones in a bind. Call me and we'll make you a plan or update your existing plan. Find me at wjblanchardlaw.com.
Hey, you Ninja Turtle fans, this is Raphael. That's right, the OG Raphael. And the only show we listen to here in the sewer while eating our favorite pizza is The Week in Geek on WRNO Radio. Battle Power!
Welcome back in to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
Scungy
and
Dean.
All right, the ever loquacious Dean Jules de Corbier. All right, now, Scungy, as always, we want people to go check out the Facebook page, The Week in Geek Radio Show on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio and the Instagrams, The Week in Geek. And, of course, on Twitch at Twig_radio. Hey, Scungy, how can people listen to this show?
Well, if you missed any part of tonight's show, or you want to hear Dean just blank on the microphone, you can always find us on Spreaker.com or download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. We're also on Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify. I keep saying that.
We're not on Stitcher.
I know
Stitcher
we're not on
defunct.
Stitcher anymore. YouTube
now at
Twig Radio. And the beautiful, wonderful iHeartRadio app with the candy-like red button.
Well, hello there.
Yes, you too can be a part of the show. Click that little red microphone button, leave us a 30-second message, and, we'll put you on the radio. We did not hear from our roving reporter. Maybe he's on vacation, too.
Oh, well, you know what? He does travel a lot, so maybe...
He does. All right. But now, let's just go ahead and do... Yeah, what was that?
Wrong button.
I don't know what the hell that was. What is playing? Oh, that's what's playing. Ha, now I figured it out. Look at that. I'm so smart.
Shall we play a game?
Scungy's Pick of the Week. Scungy's Pick of the Week, brought to you by CrossFit Gree. Learn more at CrossFitGreeGree.com. Scungy's Pick of the Week.
All right, what do you got, Scungy?
Well, I've played a little bit. I got a Switch 2.
Okay.
So I'm not ready to review the system itself yet because I've really only played one game for the Switch 2 on it, and that is Mario Kart World.
Ah, was that the one you got for like $50, or did you have to pay $79?
Yes, it was $50 because it's stupid if you would buy the system without the bundle.
Right.
You know, it's $30 cheaper. So Mario Kart World is...
it's a game that you play
it's a
with
game
your friends.
that you play with your friends.
And then you lose friends.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. Okay. So, well, no, that's actually Mario Party. So it's the newest installment in Mario Kart. Now, they've changed it up a bit where they call it Mario Kart World because there's a map now to it. And all of the courses are interconnected through roads. So you can like
roads
where we're going. We don't need roads. At any point in the game, you can sit there, like when you're not in a race, but like say in your main menu, you hit you can go into free roam.
Okay.
And you can drive around the world, and you collect coins, complete challenges.
I can't find my baby.
Squirrel. Find like peach coins and everything, and then you can actually like go through the track that you're going to go through just randomly, not being on a race or anything.
All right.
So this is really cool because I've found myself playing that a lot more because let's be honest, you're Mario Kart, you're racing. That's it.
Right.
You're going over and over again. So this gives a little bit of variety when you're like in between races. Like I want to peel back, and this is how you also unlock a lot of like characters.
Okay.
The more coins you get, you'll unlock a new character or a new ride.
Do you have to buy them? Is it like Lego studs? No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you collect coins and you got like Lego studs. You unlock, like the Stormtrooper, the Snow Trooper, the Scout Trooper.
Through you unlock characters by running races, like finishing circuits. But you unlock the rides by collecting so many coins, and then you can unlock, and that might be a better build for you. Like to play as Luigi, he might be better with this cart than the other cart. But one of the aggravating things is that how you when you unlock costumes for your characters.
All right.
Completely random.
Okay.
It's like you get this food item that will change your costume. Like it's like an item that the mushrooms or the banana peels or the shells or anything. You pick it up and you eat it, and a blob goes over your head, and it'll change your outfit. For that character, and every character has so many outfits they could do. Or they have the magician. I can't remember, like Coco, the flying magician that's in the Mario game.
Yeah.
Like you get him, and if you can hit that, and you can change. But it's completely random.
Okay.
So like, oh look, I got this costume, and then you get 10 more of those things, and it just moves you back from costumes that you already have, not giving you a new one. So you never know when you're going to get a new one. So that's a little, for completionists, that would be a little frustrating.
Yeah.
But this game has multiplayer, as always. It's got brand new modes. It's got your time trial modes. It's got this open world battle mode that's really, really cool.
Okay.
They've got so many characters that you could pick from. But where this game shines, I still say, is split screen co-op. That is what is great about Mario Kart, and that's the best way to play it. Sitting, and I know in this day and age, that's not the ideal thing because everybody wants to be online. Do yourself a favor and do the split screen co-op. I mean, well, not co-op, but against your friends. Or if you want to, at least you can do the streaming now with the Switch 2. It's got a camera so you can see each other's faces and react.
All right.
But it's a lot of fun. There's some things that are missing that they didn't bring in, but I'm sure they're going to put that in patches and updates. One cool thing is there's a rewind button.
Okay.
So if you mess up in a course, you can rewind. However, everybody else still keeps going when you rewind.
Oh.
So it's like, hey, I fell off the track. Will it be will me falling off and getting put back up better, or how is it going to work?
Okay.
So it's
all right. That's interesting.
That's very.
All right, real quick before we wrap this up. Question from the classroom. Eric wants to know: does the Switch 2 have backwards compatibility with the Switch 1 games?
Yes, it does absolutely for the most part.
All right.
However, there are some that will not play on the Switch 2. They're working on that, but you can also upgrade current games that have a Switch 2 version for a $10 upcharge if you own it.
Okay. All right. So when we come back, we're going to have Kenny Crossley on. We're going to talk about A&E's Storage Wars. The new season has started about a week or two ago. It's been sitting on the interview for a while. We've been busy, bro.
We've had a lot of stuff to talk about.
So when we come back, we'll talk with Kenny Crossley, and then we'll wrap up tonight's show. We got Whatcha Doin, and we're going to visit the Dean screen, and Dean is going to review the movie The Predator. We got to watch The Predator because we watched Predator Killer of Killers on Hulu a couple of weeks ago. And so now we're going through the back catalog watching Predator versus Aliens, Predator versus Aliens Requiem. And then we got to watch Alien and Aliens. And then Alien Earth is coming on FX in like 2 weeks, dude.
Good Lord, I'm behind. I need to stream
whole lot of
stuff.
shaking and baking going on. This is The Week in Geek with D Squared on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
from the Gregory Ricks and Associates Wealth Management Studios. This is News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Serving the Louisiana hobby and games community for over 12 years, Gopher Games has prided itself on offering the very best in personalized customer service, unique experience-based events, and premium amenities for our Gopher Academy members, such as after-hours private gaming space, full immersion RPG room, rotating board game library, and coming soon a video game arcade. So join the Gopher community at 4953 West Napoleon Avenue. For more info, go to gophergamesnola.com or the Gopher Discord. Gopher Games, where you got game.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Get ready to unleash your potential at CrossFit Grigri. Are you tired of ordinary gyms? Say hello to extraordinary results. At CrossFit Grigri, we're not just a gym, we're a family. Join our community of passionate individuals who seek to better themselves, help those around them, and find enjoyment in doing both. Experience personalized training, expert coaching, and a supportive environment that fuels your fitness journey. Learn more at CrossFitGrigri.com or follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. CrossFit Grigri, where the potions and the programming and the magic in the community.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Fox News, I'm Paul Stevens. More details now about U.S. airstrikes on Iran's nuclear sites on Saturday. Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman General Dan Kane.
At approximately 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2:10 a.m. Iran time, the lead B-2 dropped 2 GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator weapons on the first of several aim points at Fordo.
Democrats not happy.
Now you're going to force Iran to go covertly in developing this nuclear material. Now you've put American troops at risk. Now you're wasting billions of our dollars because we're sending more troops to the Middle East. What did you accomplish, and why are you oblivious to the American people who are sick of these wars?
California Congressman Ro Khanna on CBS's Face the Nation. America's listening to Fox News.
This is the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter at Twig Radio. Do it now.
All right, you gotta love live radio because now it's not working.
Nothing ever works.
So super. I'm so happy to have that. All right, welcome back into the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. The Kenny Crossley interview simply just does not want to play. So what do you do?
We'll get him next time.
Yeah, we'll get him next time. All right, but first, let's go ahead and do this. Nothing is working. What is going on? What is going on? I don't know why these things aren't working.
What you doing?
Dear Lord, have the mercy. I don't understand why this isn't working. All right, whatever. Okay, so what you doing? All right, so...
Hey, at least we're on the air.
We are on the air, so I'll take that. Are we, though?
Yes, we are, because I can see...
Crap. Good Lord.
Yes.
That's just weird. I don't
Well, at least we're
understand.
on the Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Why is this thing not working? It's really upsetting me now. It's very upsetting. Okay, whatever. All right. So, what you doing? All right. So, Dean and I just got back from vacation. We went to St. Louis, man. And so,
St. Louis.
if you're following along on the Twitch channel or the YouTube or the Week in Geek Facebook page, Haunted Ridge Rocks. We went up there, and that is a sample of the root beer crystal, the root beer quartz. And we got a whole bunch of those things like that. And Haunted Ridge Rocks is freaking awesome. Like I said, these people were really, really cool. We called up ahead, and basically it's like $30 to fill up a bucket. And then if you want the bucket, it's an extra $3. The first day, we both grabbed the bucket and we started, just filling up, but we only filled like halfway. And so basically, I poured my stuff in his bucket, and basically we had one bucket, so it cost us $30.
Yeah.
And then the second day, we went back again, and we just used one bucket, but we were more picky when we went through stuff, and we only filled up about maybe about a half a bucket or so. And they charged us $20. Charged us $20, and it's just like, yeah, whatever. I mean. It's refreshing to go to a place where it's not like, okay, it's going to be $45 for you to come in here and do this and that, and then that's it. I mean, dude, it was just so cool and so laid back. They were really cool. The guy took us to 3 different places to find, like, we were looking for a hematite. We were also looking for, what was the other stuff we were trying to find?
What do you mean?
The hematite, the stuff, the black stuff, and then we got the root beer quartz, and then we were looking for some other. There was another, the druzy quartz, the druzy.
Yeah, druze.
Yeah, the druzy. Yeah.
A druze plate.
Right, and so and they had bits of agate and stuff like that. So it was cool. We had a good time doing that. And then we went into St. Louis, and they got this place called the City Museum. And if you go to my personal Facebook page, David DeCorbier, you will see a live video that I did where I got trapped and it sucked. So like, holy crap! The City Museum it's a labyrinth, and what it is, it's kind of like, imagine the Marigny on steroids with those people who take old metal and just make art out of it.
Yeah,
they turned an entire place into like an art form, but you crawl through said art form. It's like rebar, and there's like a cavern system on the 3rd floor or the basement level, and then there's like a second level that's just like chutes and ladders of like MC Escher level of I don't know what's going on, which way is up, and this little turd burglar over here. He's just like booking. And I'm like,
saw some of the pictures.
I'm trying to keep up with his ass. And next thing I know, we're like stuck in some little tube. And he's like, all right, well, you got to bring your feet first. I'm like, how do I put my feet? I can't even turn around. I'm like, I'm going to die here. Thanks. This is awesome. And so
we almost got rid of him.
Oh my God, dude. So like we finally squirmed to this one spot, and then I'm tired, dude. Like we've gone up and down these stairs, and like there's countless stairs and ramps, and I don't even know where we are in the building anymore. There's 3 floors and a roof and a mezzanine. So I guess that's 5. I don't know, dude. It was crazy. But it was awesome. But I got stuck. And then at one point, I'm like, Dean, how do I get out? He goes, through there. I'm like, oh, through the rebar tube of doom. Sure.
The sign that says exit.
Oh God, it was awful, dude. No, there's no signs, and it's
there's
dark.
No maps either.
There's no maps. It's dark, and I really wish I'd have gone to the gift shop first, because right at the beginning they sell knee pads, and it's for $10, and it just says "Trust us." Good God, dude, my knees were shredded. It was fun, dude. It really was fun. Awesome. So the City Museum, and then, dude, the gaming community in St. Louis, they have like 5 game stores, at least three that we saw, and there's like 3 more somewhere floating around. But this one place, Game Night, was gigantic. I mean, it was about the size of like this first floor of our offices.
Wow.
And filled with racks and racks of RPG games, miniatures, then tables upon tables for tabletop gaming. But then on the left side, table upon table of terrain for like $40K and every other possible thing you can think of. And the place was packed. We went on a Thursday night. We went on a Thursday night, and it was like easily 60 to 75 people there. And it was just packed. And like how they sustain that many game stores, but there's that many gamers in St. Louis. I was stunned, dude. Stunned.
Wow.
Stunned. Anything else, Dean? Caves?
We went to two caves.
2 caves, Merrimack Caverns, and then the Onondaga Cave system. It's in the St. Louis, Missouri, or the Missouri State Park system. Merrimack Cave is the hideout of Jesse James. It is very commercialized. So the Onondaga tour, we went on that one first, and the lady was like, "This is a stalactite. This is a stalagmite." It was very straightforward.
Yeah.
We talk about, that they talk about their bat population, and we did a survey and da-da-da. You
Guano
go over to Merrimack, and it's all like, here is the biggest thing in the world, and there's only 4 of them in the entire world, and ours is the only one that doesn't work. It's just like, they put on a show, and it was funny. I'm like, look, man, this one will be more entertaining. And sure, shooting, like, it was cool, dude. Like, the caves are so huge. Like, I've been to Tennessee caves. Dude, Missouri's caves are gigantic, dude. Friggin' gigantic. Like, I got to do the photo dump. Really?
Yeah.
You look like you should be.
I look like I
You
dwell
grew up in one. You
Yes.
look like a cave dweller.
Yes.
Okay, well, anything else, I think?
I want to hear about what you sent me pictures of.
Yeah, how could I forget? Huge shout out to Haunted Ridge Rocks, but also the Lazarus Pinball Museum. The Lazarus Pinball Museum. It's in Fenton, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis, and it is a pinball heaven. They have about easily 30 to 40 machines, you think?
Yes.
About 30 or 40 machines, and for like $5 you can play for an hour. $20 you can play for 3 hours, and then like 20 or like 50, and then $20 unlimited. And the dude owns all these pinball machines. He rotates them out, but he doesn't sell them. So it's not like he's selling them because it's just there for people to come play. And dude, we got there at 6, left at 10 o'clock at night when they closed, and they had Star Trek, like the original series.
Yeah.
They had Star Trek: The Next Generation. They had the new Mandalorian. They had the new Star Wars one. They had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What?
My favorite, Foo Fighters.
Yeah. Alice Cooper's that comic book one. They had Independence Day. It wasn't plugged in. It needs to be referred to. They had freaking Starship Troopers. I snapped a picture
remember
of that
one.
So like, there's a bunch of pictures of those. I got to do a photo dump on. But they even have a couple of cabinet games. Like they had the original Mario Brothers. Off-road challenge. He was driving stick.
So wait a minute, what off-road challenge was it? The like Iron Man Stewards off-road challenge?
I don't know.
It was the older version. It was
the one with the spin wheel.
Yeah. But it had a clutch. It gear shift. He had to drop from 3rd to 4th. And I'm like, what? So he could steal a car now.
Yes.
So we learned a lot on this trip. Dean can now boost cars. It's awesome. It's good, good stuff.
It's great father-son time right there.
It is. It really is, though. But yeah, dude. So like, it was a blast, dude. It was a nice little trip we had out there. All right. So when we come back, Jesus, can I even play any music now?
Probably no.
Yeah, no, nothing's working. What the deuce, man? All right, Scungy, sing us a song.
You're the piano man.
Sing us a song. This is the Week in Geek with D Squared on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. Hey, Louisiana sports fans, heads up. Right now, lawmakers in Baton Rouge are running a trick play. They're trying to push through a tax hike that hits sports fans and local businesses. That's right, they want to make sports betting more expensive for you and your fellow sports fans. So time out. Tell your representatives no to a tax hike on Louisiana sports fans. Visit betonla.org. Paid for by the Sports Betting Alliance.
Gumbo Nation, you did it again. Thank you. 10 plus years on air, Mortgage Gumbo Dadcam has grown because of your trust in me as your local preferred lender with all your home loan needs. My recent recognition as a national top lender is awesome, but being your local lender is what matters to me and why I'm so thankful. I promise to continue to earn your trust in making your needs my priority. Visit MortgageGumbo.com.
Hey, Louisiana, how are you stopping litter? In Terrebonne Parish, we put our trash in a bag and never out the car window.
In Bienville, we bag it, tie it, and put a lid on it.
We keep litter out of our lakes in Lafayette.
And in Calcasieu Parish, we keep our roads clean by clearing out our truck beds and securing our loads.
We need every person in every parish to stop littering and keep Louisiana beautiful. For more litter prevention tips, visit letlouisianashine.org.
Sponsored by the Louisiana Lieutenant Governor's Office and Keep Louisiana Beautiful.
If you've been listening to Winning at Life for a while now, you probably already know that estate planning is more than just a will. You may need a trust. You definitely need both of your powers of attorney. So what's your plan? Hi, I'm Wes Blanchard, an estate planning attorney of offices in Metairie. Listen, don't leave your loved ones in a bind. Call me and we'll make you a plan or update your existing plan. Find me at wjblanchardlaw.com.
Listen to WRNO on the iHeartRadio app, sponsored by Dudley DeVosier Injury Lawyers. Call 444-4444.
That's 444-4444.
Non-attorney spokesperson Chad Dudley, New Orleans.
Everyone listen! No one quits! This is Casper Van Dien, Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers, and you're listening to the Week in Geek radio show! Come on, you apes! You want to live forever? Kill 'em all! You know what to do! Service guarantees citizenship!
Welcome back in to the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm yours, D Squared, along with
Scungy
and
Dean.
All
it
right.
works.
It worked. Well, no, it's still broken.
Oh.
But I found a workaround because you know what? That's how I do things.
Yes.
Let's do this. I did not find a work. Son of a! What the actual?
Oh.
I have never had this happen. I've never had this happen before.
It's never happened before. I don't know.
It's never happened to me before.
Oh.
Wow, this is just retarded. I don't understand why this isn't working. It makes no sense to me.
My good Lord.
Well, whatever.
Anyway.
I know. Anywho.
What
Okay.
are you doing?
No, now we're going to do
do?
the Dean screen.
Oh.
So this is a 12-year-old's take on a 40-year-old movie.
Really? What movie
Yes.
would that be?
So we watched The Predator while we were on vacation. The Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, and even apparently Peter Cullen.
Peter Cullen was apparently the voice of the Predator.
I was not aware of that.
So this wonderful movie that you let your 12-year-old son watch, but we can't say anything because I was younger than him when I first saw the movie.
I went and saw Platoon with my mother. Okay, so look, that's the upbringing I had. So believe me, he's getting it.
Yeah.
He's getting what he needs. So The Predator. First and foremost, did you like it or what?
It was actually one of the better movies I've ever seen.
Oh, whoa! Okay, I wasn't expecting that. All right, continue.
My generation
Okay.
is questionable.
I love the
There are no arguments
the
here.
honesty of children.
I know
Preach, brother, preach.
I know some of our viewers and listeners agree with me.
Some.
Okay.
So, my main point is, sometimes I got bored, but
what bored you about the movie though? So wait, let's start. But before that, though, you said it was one of the better movies you've seen in a while. What were some of the things that stuck out to you that made you enjoy it? Was it the action? Was it the dialogue? Was it the costumes? Was it the explosions? The special effects? What jumped out at you that you really enjoyed about this movie?
special effects mainly.
Okay, which ones?
Like the Predator's blood.
The green blood.
You know, it was funny though, and I noticed this, and you'd only notice this if you were our age, Scungy, was that it wasn't glow in the dark paint. It was glowing because you could see the outside of it, like they lit up the lightsabers in Star Wars, like the 70s version.
Yeah.
Because it was bigger than the leaf. Like the light overshadowed the leaf, though.
Yeah.
Like I saw that, I'm going, that looked cheesy to me, but back when it first came out,
you were like, oh my God, that was so cool.
But yeah, the whole blood thing, and then they followed him. All right, what about when he appears for the first time, or no, the first time you see him camouflaged?
it was a great scene. They did really good on like how they camouflaged it, and they're all like the I wouldn't say CGI.
Yeah, it wasn't computer generated, was it? I
Yeah,
guess
it was.
way it would be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
because it was pixelated.
It was pixelated. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they use visual effects for that.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
See?
Okay.
I forgot that.
That's probably about the only thing I think
Yeah,
that they use
yeah,
visual effects for.
yeah.
Everything else was probably practical.
Well, yeah, but the Predator itself was practical because, like
Oh, yeah.
the dude, the whole, his eyes were beneath the ridge. The entire ridge would come off, like, and then
Yeah.
you just saw his eye holes. All right. What? What are you thinking?
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
I know.
dude.
No, right. All right.
I got bored.
Okay.
I got bored at some points.
All right, with what?
With what though? That's
when
what I
they
need to know.
were, I felt like they wasted some moments with like the hostage, for instance.
Oh, the girl?
Yeah, the hostage or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
I think they could have put some more action into it because, hear me out.
Okay.
They could have involved more Predator, or like,
okay, all right,
okay.
how he got like hit their side of the view, like the Predator's vision, while they were attacking. Well, they did have some point.
You're talking about like when Jesse Ventura empty. No, well, he gets his chest blown up.
Yeah.
And then his partner picks up
Mac
the minigun.
picks it up.
Mac picks it up. And then all you hear at the end of it, just. And then he finally takes his finger off the trigger. So, what, you wanted to see the Predator's view from that?
Yes.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that because the one thing that I really did enjoy about watching the movie again was the fact that they treated the Predator like a predator. Like he was the big bad out there, like hunting them. And so if you would only get that, you'd hear the and then you'd see the heat vision. And it was a slow build to the eventual thing where you
Reveal.
see the pixelated him camouflage go away, and then you see the Predator. You're like, oh snap!
And then you only see him in the mask for the first part,
Right.
and then you don't actually see him. You think, all right, that's it. You don't even realize that that's a helmet until the
right.
end of it.
And then he takes it off. It's like, you are one ugly.
Exactly. So I think that is something that maybe your generation is not used to, is that
slow build?
burn
a slow
that
burn.
a lot of older movies did, because with movies like that, it's not like today where you can sit there and hit a visual effect and whatnot. There was a thing called less is more. Perfect example is Jaws. You didn't see the shark that much because it was too damn expensive.
Right.
And that's the same thing with like the Predator movies. It cost a lot of money to have him in those scenes because you had to have all the prosthetics, you had to have the visual effects for him and everything. So
they were filming in the jungle.
They're filming in a jungle, so sometimes that works to its advantage, and you don't get a lot of that in movies now. So that's something that you probably
that's
the
why
slow
we can't
burn
agree
with
because
that.
it built up the tension. A lot of movies don't want to take the time to build up the tension, and it was an oddity, especially in an action movie like The Predator. It was a complete oddity because that was not how things worked back then. Or that's not how things work now.
Yeah.
with action movies.
Yeah.
Eric, Prey was friggin' awesome.
Yeah,
Prey
Prey
was
was
beyond awesome. That they went back to the original formula, which is why it made it work. All right, so
what did you think of the visual effects though? Like the makeup, the practical effects?
They did a good job.
All right, and all right, so he already said it's the best movie he's seen in a while.
Yeah,
so all right,
I'm happy.
so next in the docket is we got to watch Predator versus Alien, and then also we got to watch Aliens because Alien Earth is coming out next.
I'm really interested in hearing what your thought, what Dean's thought is going to be on Alien, not Aliens, on Alien, because that is completely different than, I would say, almost all of them, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So it's, I'm really interested in what you're going to think about that one, because you're saying that you got bored with parts of Predator, you know? you probably, and you talk about a slow burn.
Yeah, right. Okay, we don't have any music to bump us out because nothing is freaking working right now. What the actual hell, dude? This is crazy. It's crazy. Don't make no sense, man.
I ain't got time to bleed. Yeah, Eric says that Jesse Ventura was his favorite.
Oh, yeah, dude. So, all right. Well, look, next week, tomorrow morning, I'm going to have an interview with the one and only, the incomparable Oh My.
Oh My?
I have George Takei tomorrow morning. I'm interviewing
that's
George
wonderful.
Takei tomorrow morning. So we'll have George Takei on next week's show. And then at 11 a.m. tomorrow, I'll be on Fox 8 again with Shelby Latino at Doing NOLA Now.
This is becoming a habit.
It is. Well, look, so I'm trying to get Shelby beefed up on her pop culture stuff because every time she goes and plays trivia with Rob, she gets her butt handed to her. And so, look, she's got 4 kids and she's got triplets. So 5 kids, triplets. They were just going for a third and they got 3 for free. That was so she's got a lot of things going on. But we're doing some summer streaming with Shelby tomorrow because we got a Minecraft movie that's out streaming now. Snow White is streaming now. But coming up, we got Squid Game on June 27th, Star Trek July 17th, July 25th, Death of a Unicorn on HBO Max,
I can't wait to see that.
Wednesday on August 6th. And oh crap, we got to get out of here. So till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high, and maybe we'll have music. We'll find out.
Who knows?
WRNO FM, New Orleans, #1 on your presets, in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
All in the detail.
Hello there.
You